All right, next we are going to go ahead and change our theme and some of our plugins here. So starting off, this is the basic initial screen. What we have is we can just go ahead and directly change the theme. And this will let us, if we had pre-installed themes, which the only one that we have right now is this 2010, the default theme. And what we're going to do is click over here on this tab called Install. And this gives us various different options for what we might want in our WordPress install. And for a basic installation, something like that, probably the best option that you can pick is going to be a custom menu. And that will let you change a lot of different options, things like that. And then you have theme options. If you can select both of those and find anything, then you're looking pretty good. Okay, what we have here is these are the results that came up from it. And this is, we can probably narrow this down a little bit further because we have 2 pages. 57 themes fit those 2 options. But I'm going to go ahead and pick this one called Comet. And you can click on a preview and it gives you just a sort of a rundown of what it looks like with just the basic WordPress elements on here. And it lets you see what different things look like. So your main headings, what your paragraphs look like, how the lists appear. Because sometimes in themes these things look differently. You have buttons, tables, all the other stuff like that, different types of text, quotes, tags, how the tags appear, and all sorts of different elements. Your links, you can change the color of your links, but you want to make sure that they don't look wonky. Okay, so that all looks pretty good. And with this theme, you can go ahead and close that out. With this theme, we can click on the details of it. I guess that's it for details, okay? It is a lightweight and content-focused theme, and it has 7 different color schemes and the ability to change things like fonts, logos, sidebars, and it has a drop-down menu. I like the drop-down menu. I may not actually use it, but it's good to have. So we'll click on Install, and it comes up with this. And we will just click on installing that theme. And real quick, before you know it, it's installed. So we're going to activate it. And this is now our active theme, and then our initial theme goes down here into the ones that are available. You can delete this if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it right away because you may want to switch while you're still finding that proper theme. You may want to switch back and forth with things. So then it gives you an option to have particular widgets, specific menus, and then your theme options. So let's go ahead and look at those first. This is going to let us pick our different color scheme, and I'm liking this color here. We'll select that. This gives us our layout design. This is a 2-column or 3-column design. So we have where we have the sidebar on the right, on the left. We'd have them split. I'm sorry, this is actually 3-column. So we'd have both on that way, both on the left, or one on each side. Let's go ahead and try that one. I wouldn't ordinarily do this one. I would select one or the other side, but I'll let you see how that looks. Verdana is a very easy to read font on blogs, so that's important. This also has a spot for a logo, and once I get a logo created, I will go back and be able to update this, and it will let me position the logo. Actually, let's go ahead and... No, I don't have that available to me. This lets me display the author. Each theme that you're going to have is going to have different options for it. They're not all going to be the same. So this is giving me footer options that lets me put stuff in the footer, and a custom CSS on particular pages if I want to do that. This is actually more options than I would ordinarily have in a lot of themes. So we'll click Update. And that will be that. Now, we're going to go back to our dashboard here. And this is this is basically the home screen of your WordPress install. You're going to see that you already have one post, one page, and one category, one comment already set up. So, but for right now, we're going to go look at our widgets and see what widgets are already pre-installed on here. These are particular widgets that we have, but there's none. We have a sidebar left and a sidebar right, how I set up the site, but nothing's in there. So what we're going to do is put our categories on the left. You know what? Hold on. Let's go ahead and put our calendar on the left, categories on the right, and our links on the right as well, and a search bar on the left. And I don't really put those in there, but let's go ahead and do a tag cloud as well. Okay? And that kind of takes care of us. Each of these has got a specific option for it. So for search, we will say, whoops, find it on the site. When did I write it? And for our tag cloud, stuff I talk about. I'm just putting titles in here. I'm going to obviously go back and change these. What I can do for the tag cloud is I can decide whether I want post tags or categories. And for this, I'm going to do post tags because I see myself using those more than categories. Okay, so we'll save each of these. We're going to go to our categories. I want to display it as a drop down, and then I want to show the hierarchy. I'm just going to put categories in there for right now, and I want the links to appear with the name blog roll. These are going to be other sites that I find online that I feel like persistently linking to. I'll put them in my blog roll. So I'll have the image if they have one, the link name. I'm not going to do the description because that ends up taking too much space, and I'm not going to rank it either. So we'll go ahead and save those as well. I don't know if that one's saved. Okay, good enough. Back to our dashboard. And we are going to go ahead and edit our posts. This is sort of just cleaning out different things. The initial post comes up and it says hello world. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and delete that because we don't need it. Trash. Okay, go back to our dashboard. And this gives you the option to, you want to go ahead and delete everything. Whoops, what did I do? This way you can start from scratch. The only thing that you're not going to be able to delete is I believe you have to have at least one category. And then, yeah, you can't delete this because everything that you write has to at least go in a category. So we're going to go ahead and edit this and title it no, let's do about me. Okay. Then we have a slug, which is how it's going to appear up here in the top. So it's lowercase, contains only letters, numbers, and hyphens, no spaces, and it has no parent category because we have no other categories. As you create more categories, you can stack these inside of one another, or nest them, if you will. So that's updated. And that's our main category. I'm going to create a post real quick by selecting the posts. Select add new. fatty, boomba, laddie. Okay. This is just a sample post. It says I'm going to lose weight. And then the text is fatty, fatty, boomba, laddie. Okay. No more. And then you can select preview, and it will come up and give you a different. I'm pointing with my finger. I can't. Obviously, you can't see that. Up here, you have this. Gives you the this little bit here. Whoops. That tells you that it's a preview equals true. So this is how this comment or this post is going to appear. Now, obviously, if it's longer, it's going to go longer, and this is letting me use tags and other things of the sort like that. So I'll go ahead and close that. And we're going to put in tags. We'll put in exercise, diet, motivation, and good habits. These are the ways I'll lose weight. So I collect those as tags. Tags are like your index. Categories are like your chapters in a book. That's the best way that I've heard it said. Okay, and because we have to put it in a category, we're going to put it in About Me, even though I don't have another category right now about weight loss. And this right here, change permalinks, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Because what I want is a custom structure that is a... Where is it here? I can copy it usually. What I want is just this part right here, post name. We'll copy that. Actually, I don't need to copy it. There we go. And I'm going to leave this blank here because this would be my category base. This would appear beneath this, and I'm just not gonna do that. Just like, okay. Now, let me go back to my post and need to do something to refresh that to change the permalinks on that. So now we're going to go ahead and publish it, and it is gethealthypodcast.com/I'm going to lose weight. And if we go back to our dashboard, okay, click on my blog up here. That's the main and only post that I have, and that's right at the top here. And as you can see on the side, I have my search for box, my calendar box, which I'm going to take this off. I don't really like this, but I just wanted to put something there. This is my tag cloud of all the different tags that I've talked about: diet, exercise. Now, as I go to write more articles, it might just only be about one thing or another. So you could click on this and find all the posts that have been tagged with diet, and that would be all of these. And then I can go back and reference through and see what other tags were put in there for this particular post. Okay. The categories, let me select and go through the different chapters of the book as a drop-down menu. And then down here is the blog roll. These are the default blogs, or the default links that come with my blog roll. This gives these sites free links. And I'm going to go ahead and take these off and replace them with other websites. That is essentially the real quick rundown on just kind of formatting your initial posts. I'm going to talk about plugins next.